Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you some things that I purchased recently. It's not actually one singular purchase all at once, like these usually are, because I've actually bought a lot of stuff in the last month for me. For some other people, this is like one haul. I'm going to do lips first. I picked up this Milani lipstick in 24 Black Cherry. I actually picked this up because I was thinking, oh, it's this black cherry, and look at the color, It's gonna be like Milani's version of Black Cherry by Revlon that I bought last fall and thought was gonna be super amazing, and the formula sucked. It's actually not, but it's still really nice. The formulas are very different, and the colors are, people could say that I'm being really nitpicky, but the colors are actually very different as well. So I'll swatch them for you on the back of my hand. So this is Black Cherry by Revlon. That's like 3 swipes. This is Black Cherry by Milani, and that's also 3 swipes. So now you can kind of see how the Revlon one is a little more red, maybe, and the Milani one is a little more purple, which is okay. I suppose it's really not a huge difference, but it's enough of a difference for me. It's not as dark, and so I was hoping it was going to be that same, like, really super dark, opaque color that everybody was wearing last year, and I can't wear this because the formula sucks so bad. It doesn't feather or anything, and it actually has pretty good staying power, but by the end of the day, wearing this to work, I ended up with this, like, weird patchiness in the center of my bottom lip, all along there, like the product had settled there, as if it was sticking to dry patches. But this happened even on days when I exfoliated my lips and moisturized like hell, so it couldn't have been that. So yeah, okay. Anyway, little side review by accident. I love this color. Don't really like this lipstick very much. The Milani one, I wouldn't call it a dupe. But the colors are very similar. You probably can't even tell much of a difference on camera. You can't tell that much of a difference on the lips, I don't think. And it's a really nice formula. I want to say the staying power is pretty good, but I've only worn it once. So maybe let me wear it a few more times and I'll get back to you. The finish I find kind of weird because it has this, I think this one's supposed to be a vinyl finish. Which means it's really, really shiny. And that's a little bit strange to me because I tend to go for like normally cream finishes. So this was a little bit strange of a finish for me. But it's nice. It's a good product. They're $5 at Walgreens, but sometimes you can get them for like $3 and change at Walmart, which is fantastic. Like, that's super cheap. So I don't know. It's a good fall color. Pick it up if you like colors like that. Next, I have a pair. And I actually am a little embarrassed about the reason that I picked these up. I'm totally not into the whole, like, Kylie Jenner, everyone let's copy her makeup thing. But it's been a big thing lately, and it's kind of a color combination that I've been seeing everywhere. And I saw the color combination and was like, I bet that would look really good on my skin. I'm really pale. It's hard to find stuff that looks really good on me. I'm just saying. So I thought I'd look into it, but I didn't really want to buy MAC Twig, I think it is, that everybody's always talking about, because I swatched it at MAC and it was too dark and I just didn't like the way it looked. So I found somewhere on Pinterest somebody's blog pinned where they had gone and found NYX dupes for the lip liner and the lipstick that Kylie Jenner apparently wears. Again, I don't really care about that. I just thought the color looked nice. But I'm really impressed. I'm actually quite impressed. The lip liner can be a bit drying if you have really dry lips like I do, but that's an easy fix. But anyway, this is NYX Mauve 813, and it's a really nice color. Swatch it for you there. It's like this. It looks kind of brown, but it's not really on the lips. It transfers much more mauve. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice color. And I picked up the NYX matte lipstick in MSL 15 Whipped Caviar. I am in love with this lipstick. This is quite possibly the best thing to happen to me this fall. At least in the lip department. I am fucking in love with this. And I'm totally into the whole, like, nude lips for fall thing now that I've tried this, because it's fantastic, and it looks, I'm wearing it today, and it looks really good on me. I really enjoy this. But it's really nice. And again, dry-lipped girl, this matte formula is not trying at all. At all. Not at all. It's crazy. It's really good. I want to say it's almost the same consistency as, sorry, their butter lipsticks, but maybe a little bit less wet. Maybe. Not really. At least, in comparison to Pops. That's the only one that I have, but the formula between these two is very similar, except that this one has a matte finish. And it looks matte, it looks nice. It doesn't, actually, it doesn't look flaky. It doesn't make my lips look flaky and dry and gross. It just looks creamy and matte and nice and not drying at all. So, swatch. Again, 3 swipes. It's a really nice color. Alright, next, face products. So I picked up this e.l.f. blush in 83134 Mellow Mauve, because I've been hearing good things about it. Here we go. It's I haven't really decided how I feel about this yet. Let me swatch it for you. It's not extremely pigmented. There, you can see that. It's not extremely pigmented. It's kind of there. Yeah. It's a nice color. I was hoping it was going to be a really nice fall blush. And frankly, I'm a little bit disappointed, but not because it's bad, just because it's definitely not what I was looking for. I was looking for something in kind of a plummy shade, and I picked this up because they didn't have, I don't remember. I do not remember the name of the blush that I was looking for. Next, I also picked up this Rimmel London Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder in 003 Natural, because it's the lightest shade they make that's not translucent, and I'm pale as fuck. So, packaging looks like this. Inside you the little crown emblem that Rimmel does, which I think is cute, actually. It's a good powder. I got a lot of recommendations on this, and it's nice. I wouldn't buy a high-end foundation powder because I don't use it just for foundation. I just use it to set my makeup. Like, and I'm not even wearing it that much lately now that it's getting cooler and drier. Yeah. But it's nice. It's not super pigmented. That's like 3 passes. Which is kind of nice for something of that sort. Blends into my skin really well. It's good for really pale people. If you're super pale, I would recommend this shade. It keeps me matte for quite a long time. I'm not going to say it does it for the whole day. That's really super difficult for me to find, but that's not a deal breaker for me because my face is basically an oil slick. So I was actually quite impressed with this. Okay, so I was gonna tell you about my kind of eye accessory products now. I don't really know what you would call these, but I lump them all into the same category. So I have a mascara and an eyeliner and an eyelid primer. First, the mascara. So I picked up Maybelline Full and Soft mascara, waterproof mascara. A few weeks ago when I was going out of town, what happened was I was packing to go out of town and I was packing stuff from my vanity to take with me, makeup and stuff, and I went through my mascaras and like sniffed all of them to make sure that none of them were funky, and they were all funky. So I picked this up while I was out of town because I actually didn't have time to pick anything up before I left. Just at Kroger, I had read some reviews on it. I'd heard some good things about it, so I was like, oh, I'll try it. What could happen bad? I mean, it's like $5 at Kroger. So anyway, I was pleasantly surprised. It's actually a really nice mascara. I have good lashes. I do. I don't have really super sparse lashes. I don't have really short lashes. What my problem tends to be is that to get volume, I have to get all the little tiny hairs, and not all mascara brushes do that. So I have a lot of little tiny hairs, so I have a lot of volume, but you can't see it unless I have the right mascara. And my ends are fucking clear. Because apparently brunette's hair does that. That makes no sense to me at all. Like, I have relatively dark hair. I shouldn't have a problem with my eyelashes. But my eyelashes are actually, like, they're colored up to a certain point, and then the very ends of them are fucking transparent. So I have to have a mascara that actually does a good job of getting up there for you to see the length of my lashes. Now with a good mascara, like this one, I have pretty nice eyelashes. Here, I'll show you a little side view. Look at the length on that. Good mascara. It's worth the $5. Eyelid primer. I picked up this Wet n Wild Fergie Take on the Day eyeshadow primer in CA027 for my Primas. This is the plain one, not the one that has the glittery shimmer and color in it. It's similar in color to pretty much every other eyeshadow primer I've ever used. It's that kind of skin tone color that blends out and is mostly transparent anyway, and you put eyeshadow over it, so it doesn't really matter what color it is. But yeah, so I've used primers I've used the Urban Decay, I've used the e.l.f, I've used the NYX HD in the tube, I've used the Lorac behind the scenes. I've used all of those. And I can't really attest to the Lorac behind the scenes all of that much because I didn't keep it. It came with my Pro palette, and I ended up returning that one, but everything else that I've ever used, this is 100 times better. I go the whole day, no creasing, which is pretty impressive because I have really oily skin. It's just a nice primer. It sets pretty quickly, which I like, because I no longer have to do the thing like with all of my other ones. I would put them on and rub them in really nice and then do my eyebrows and then come back and do my eye makeup, because if I did my eye makeup right after putting the primer on, it would look really patchy. Like you have to wait for that stuff to dry. You have to wait for it to set before you can put anything on top of it, because otherwise the color doesn't go on the same intensity all over your whole lid. It goes on in like patches, and some places are more pigmented than others, and it just looks funny, and I don't like that. So this is nice for me because it sets relatively quickly. The only thing I've noticed is that for my hooded lids, because I have very hooded lids, I have to put this on, rub it in really nice, and I go actually up to my brow bone, so I do all of that, and then I look down for about 15 seconds. 15 to 30 seconds. I just look down, because I find with my hooded lids, you might not have this problem if you don't have hooded eyelids, but I find with my hooded lids, if I just look straight ahead and do my makeup like this, my eyelid creases, so the primer dries, sets, creased, and that's really stupid. But it doesn't bother me to have to do that at all because it's like 15 to 30 seconds. It's nothing like anything else that I've ever used. It works really well. I'm probably going to pick up the shimmery one for like lazy days because I like it so much. So, and again, $5. This is awesome. Next, I picked up this Jordana FabuLiner liquid eyeliner pen in 01 black. It's an eyeliner pen. The applicator looks like this. It's an eyeliner pen. When you swatch it on the hand, which I will do, it looks really nice, right? It looks really nice. It's very pigmented. It dries down pretty quickly. You'd think it would be great, and maybe it is for some people, but for me this is a flop. Because on the hand, it looks really nice. When I go to actually put it on my eye, this applicator is the stupidest applicator in the world. It drags. I've never had an eyeliner pen drag like that before, ever. And I haven't used that many. I've used it a couple of different ones, and I've never had this problem before, so I think it's kind of weird. The applicator is also just really too big for me. Again, I have hooded lids, so if I'm gonna wear eyeliner, I have to draw a really thin line. That's really hard to do with this. It's actually impossible for me. It might be possible for somebody else, but I can't do it with this. Maybe if your lashes were in a perfectly straight line and starting exactly on your inner rim, this would be really good. For me, I find that with the tip being the way it is, I can't actually get it, like, I can't get it all up in there. It doesn't work. It hits my lash line and doesn't go any further. So I end up with this really big strip of flesh there. And again, not a problem I've ever had with one of these before. I've been using Stila's for over a year, and I bought this one because that one ran out. And I'd heard good things about this, and it was cheap. But it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work the same way. I wish it did. I would really like it if it did, because This was like $2.19, and I was like, oh, jackpot! This is gonna be, ow. I'm a klutz. Jackpot, this is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna pay like $2 for eyeliner from now on. It's gonna be great. No, it didn't work out that way. Now, last but certainly not least, eyeshadow palettes. First, I picked up this e.l.f. long-lasting lustrous eyeshadow in Festivity because I follow Wayne Goss. I love him. He reviewed these a while back. He had a couple of different shades. He's swatched them. He says, not I, because I do not have the other product to compare this to. So I can't tell you for sure, but I trust Wayne Goss. He says that these are very comparable to a similar Chanel product. I don't remember the name of the product, but it's one of their cream, long-lasting, shimmery kind of eyeshadows. He says these are very comparable to those. I don't know about that, but they're kind of cool. It's kind of here nor there for me because my lids are so oily. I may just have not figured out how to use them yet, but I've worn them without primer and with primer, and they crease pretty badly. But they're really gorgeous, and they're effing perfect for a smoky eye, and they set really fast. So this one is Festivity. And they just, oh, the texture of this is like nothing else I've ever experienced. There, swatch. So it's a really nice color, and it has a lot of glitter in it, and the glitter transfers really well, which is something that's somewhat hard to find. So that's nice, but the texture is really interesting because it's not like a Maybelline color tattoo, these, where the texture is kind of more like a concealer. It's kind of springy and spongy feeling, and I don't know, it's really interesting. I'm very intrigued by these. So it's a really gorgeous color. It's kind of a smoked purple brown combination. It's very nice. I really enjoy it a lot. For me, it would be good for a smoky eye, for going out at night, but I don't think that I would wear this during the day because it creases too much on me. Next, eyeshadow palettes. So I picked up this Wet n Wild 3-color palette in 335 Silent Treatment. Again, I've heard good things about this. This is what it looks like. Kind of. The white balance on here is kind of funky. Yeah, there you get a little more of the pink. So it's a 3-color palette. I never had a Wet n Wild eyeshadow before, actually, which is kind of weird because even in high school I didn't wear these. And I really should have. I don't understand that at all. But I never had one before. So I'm actually really impressed with the quality of their eyeshadows. Let me just swatch these for you really fast. Just so beautiful. So you're not really getting much of that first rosy shade. know. Anyway, sorry. They're really nice. They're really beautiful. They're super pigmented. This kind of pinky shimmery tone is a really good all over lid. I'm actually wearing that on my eyes today. It's this color here. But that's not true to color because I did mix it with a little bit of Half Baked by Urban Decay because I was going for a rose gold, so I wanted this like pinky with a little bit of the gold in it. Then this middle black is pretty nice for like an outer V color. It blends out pretty nicely, and it's really soft and pigmented. And then this like gunmetal-y taupe. God, I love that. It's such a beautiful color. It's gorgeous. So yeah, really like this palette. Totally worth the, what, $2.50? Yeah. Yeah. Good palette for your money. And now, the pièce de résistance. I finally caved and picked up the Naked 2 Basics palette. So this is actually really nice. I'm not going to give you a full review on this right now because I'm going to do a separate video that's a full review later. But suffice to say, it's a nice palette. I'm really in love with it right now. It's like, this is probably easily going to end up in my favorites for the month. So yeah, I'm not even going to swatch these for you right now. I'm not. But look forward to that. Nice, like, $29. Not bad. So that's it for now. Let me know if there's something I could do better, there's something you'd like me to do differently, there's something else you'd like to see, really anything at all. Just let me know. Yeah. Everybody have a nice day, and remember to subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.